What's up, y'all? Entropy here. Welcome back to Old Dominion Dynasty. We are 1-0 to start our third season here at the helm of the Monarchs. And we've got the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes, I think is their nickname, coming to town. And the reason we scheduled this matchup is because one of our coordinators from last year is now their head coach. So I thought it'd be fun to add them to the schedule. They are also 1-0. I can't imagine they played anyone super good last week. Yeah, they played an FCS school and won by 3, so we don't really know anything about them. But yeah, should be a fun game. Not much to update on recruiting because it's early in the season, so we'll just get right into the action. This will be our first home game of the year, so let's just keep it simple, go with the standard homes. Ooh, it's pouring rain outside, so that's just fantastic. Tulsa's helmets look really nice in this game. Shout out to the Revamped team for improving the graphics. Yeah, rain game this early in the season. I mean, don't love playing in inclement weather, but at the same time, I kind of love it because that's what makes football so great. So it'll be fun. And here we are at SB Ballard Stadium, first home game of the season, where the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes are coming to town to take on the Old Dominion Monarchs. Oh, the Golden Hurricane. I apologize. Let's go. Or no, dang it. I cannot keep the coin toss straight in my head for some reason. I don't know why I struggle so much with that. As I was saying before, I idiotically got the coin flip wrong again, or the coin toss wrong again. It's funny to me that they are the Golden Hurricane, like singular, not the Golden Hurricanes, as David Monroe gets us started with a 5-yard rush. Zach Kuntz on the little corner out, he's got it. 15-yard reception for the big tight end. Hayden Wolf, 1 for 1, completes his first pass of the day. Got Justin Alexander over the middle. He's got the catch, and that's a 22-yard gain for the true freshman. Over the middle off the play action, Jordan Blythe's got the catch, a 16-yard gain. Monroe gets the carry here. Puts a move on the defender. He's got a seam, stiff arming, and he's stuffed by, I believe that was one of the corners, but David Monroe, a strong run, and we are down inside their 10. Monroe needs a breather. Livingston in the game now at running back. Shakes off the first tackle and gets close to their 5-yard line. Monroe back in the game now. He will get the carry here. Good blocking up front. Slithers ahead and he's got the touchdown. David Monroe, the freshman running back, caps off a very solid drive in which most of the plays worked, honestly. Wolf was dotting it up through the air. Monroe was making some nice carries, and he's the one who gets the score to get us started here. Way to go, team. Coming out, ready to sling it, tries to fit it. Josh Cruz, oh my gosh, I thought Josh Cruz was about to intercept the first pass of the game, and then Ali was standing right there, and it just bounced off him. He just wasn't ready for it. That's a shame. That would have been a heck of a way for the defense to get things started here. As they come out, and what is this formation? Sort of like strong, not a strong eye, but a strong something. As Anthony Watkins gets a carry for 4 yards. I'm going to Google that formation because I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Big third down here. Can the defense get a stop? They dial up a screen pass. John Stewart, the freshman linebacker's back there. He can't wrap up. Ali brings him down, but poor effort on the tackle by the linebacker. I don't know what was going on there. He just would not reach out and wrap him up. Quarterback draw, it looks like, for Braylon Braxton, who gets 6. They ran a triple option. That gets cleaned up. So many Monarchs in the backfield, and Alex Solano is the one who brings down the ball carrier before he could pitch it. What a play. Another quarterback draw. This time Damian Charity comes up and lays a big hit on the quarterback. It's going to be 4th and 7, and we will be getting the ball. Off the play action. Oh, I definitely had Alexander, but I didn't want to try and force it to him. Wolf scrambling, just throws it. Marshall couldn't quite make a play on the ball. Falls incomplete. Monroe gets the carry here up the middle, bouncing around, gets 8, makes it a 3rd and very manageable. Wolf looking, no one's really open, scrambling around, and he's going to go down, just doesn't have the speed to get away. Sacked for a loss of 16, and we're going to have to punt it back. Very disappointing. Pretty good return for them, a 16-yarder, and they're close to midfield. Quick hitting her on the screen and some good blocking, and he's got all kinds of running room. John Stewart trying to chase him down, him and I believe that's Damian Charity combined on the tackle, but a 37-yard gain on a quick little bubble screen. Crossbacks looking, wants to take off, going to, tripped up from behind. Alonzo Ford Jr. brings him down, and he was about to get a very considerable gain there, so I'm very glad that he did. Braxton wants to take off again, and a number of Monarchs swarm him. I think Alex Solano will be getting credit for the sack there, and it's going to be 3rd and 12. I accidentally am using Ali. I did not want to. Throws it over the middle, and Malachi Jones is brought down short of the line to gain. It looks like it might have been Josh Cruz that made the tackle. I wasn't really paying attention, and they are going to be going for it. Oh boy, what to do here? We need the crowd to get loud for this play. I'm going to send the house, sending a 0 blitz in. No one's getting home. He's going to throw it to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Josh Cruz knocks it down, makes a play on the ball, and we come up with a huge stop. And Tulsa comes up completely empty on what was a very good drive for them. Let's go, defense. Oh, nice blocking up from Monroe's got a hold of run through, and he gets 12 on his first carry of the drive. Monroe getting the carry and manages 5. That's a good run by him, and I'm going to make it a 3rd and 5 situation. Oh, on Jennings on the drag, he's got it. A first down for the Monarchs. Ali Jennings getting a 15-yard reception. Oh, Monroe somehow got out of that. I kind of ran him right into an engaged blocker, and he manages 9 somehow after he bounced off him. Gosh dang. Just tried to flip it out to Monroe, and it fell incomplete. It looked like it could have been a fumble, but it's not. It's going to be 3rd and 1. We're going to give this right to Monroe up the middle. Great blocking, and he's got it. And quite a bit more. A 14-yard carry for David Monroe. Livingston back into the game to replace Monroe. He gets 4 on his carry. It's going to make it 3rd and 4. Kuntz over the middle. He's got it. 16 yards for the big fella. Monroe the carry. Puts a move on the defense. And he gets very close to the line of gain. It'll be 2nd and inches. Just over a minute left in the first half. Let's throw in a little wrinkle. Rob Jones is on the field. We're going to run a read option play. They take Monroe. Jones takes the carry. He gets us the first down. I really hate throwing in the red zone, so if this proves to be an effective strategy, we may have to consider using this in the future. Let's try running another one. They're ready for the quarterback to keep it that time. Monroe's got it. Fighting touchdown! David Monroe fighting through the contact and gets that ball over the goal line. And the Monarchs are now up 2 scores with now under a minute left in the first half. It's been this game so far has been exactly what you expect from a rain game. Kind of a slog, a lot of running the ball, possession control, and but we're up 2 scores in a game that projects to be low scoring, so I will take it. Tulsa comes out throwing a little screen pass. Charity fights through the block but can't make the tackle. Lamarian James can't make the tackle either. Solano comes over to clean it up, and they call a timeout, so they're going to try and get points, unsurprisingly. Braxton looking, just throws it away. Couldn't find anyone. Very interesting strategy. They're coming out in the Wildcat here on 3rd down. Let's see if they hand it off. They don't. And Lamarian James is there to clean it up, and screw it, we'll call a timeout. Why not? Let's see if we can get more points. Hayden Wolf back in the game to suit the more pass-happy style we're going to be going for. Alexander breaks free. He's got it. A huge gain for the freshman. Puts a move on the defense, and we're just going to call a timeout after that 30-yard gain. Only 11 seconds on the clock. We really got to mind the time here. We probably have time for like one more play, and then we may have to just try and kick a field goal. I say screw it, let's go for it all. John Marshall breaks free past the defense. He's got it! Touchdown, Monarchs! I have to clear my throat. John Marshall gets free. They kind of let him go. I don't know if they were running a zone or, excuse me, or if the guy that was covering him just like blew it. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there with the defense. It looked like they weren't ready for us to take a shot, but John Marshall got open, and Hayden Wolf threw a beautiful deep ball to hit him, and we are now up 3 touchdowns with just 6 seconds left in the half. I can only assume this is going to be a run play, and yes it is. Alex Solano breaks through, brings him down for a loss of 4, because why not, I guess. Anthony Watkins, a mere 3 carries for 1 yard in the first half. We have shut down their running back, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Monarchs are looking strong, holding a 21-0 lead. Tulsa really only had 1 chance at getting any points on the board, and they went for it on 4th down, and their gamble did not pay off. I respect the play, though. I mean, they're definitely the underdog here in this game, and screw it. They were like, why not go for broke, right? So I'm not surprised they went for it, but they got to be disappointed they were unable to get any points, because now they still have 0. Start of second half here. Tulsa gets the ball first. Let's see if they can get anything going on offense. Hopefully not, as they immediately hit a receiver over the middle. Chase Jackson gets a 14-yard gain on their first play of the half. Braxton looking, can't find anyone, and John Stewart, the freshman linebacker, brings him down for a loss of 6. Nice play. Little play action. Over to the left, and the tight end just dropped the ball. That was on the money. He had a completion, and he just dropped it. That is brutal. 3rd and forever. Hopefully we can get out the field here. It's a screen pass. So David Charity nearly intercepted it. We read that play like a book. Charity came all the way down from his strong safety spot and nearly had what would have been a walk-in pick 6. Man, that would have been awesome, but we will be getting the ball back. Monroe gets us started here in the second half with a very strong 9-yard rush. Man, he is just such a dependable, productive running back. Already 13 for 99. Juan Alexander over the middle. He's got it. A beautiful throw by Hayden Wolf, dropping it right between the defenders. He had the safety over the top, and then the other defender underneath, and he put it right between them, and Alexander's got another big gain. Monroe gets 6 on that carry. He's already over 100 yards. Wolf got Alexander over the middle again. No! Justin Alexander had, I believe, a touchdown there, and the ball just careened off his hands. That is so disappointing. 3rd and 4. Alexander on the corner route. I threw it right to the defender. Mac Torres should have had an interception there. Steady bats it down. It'll be 4th and 4, and we're just going to take the field goal. It'll be a 46-yard kick, so this is not a gimme, but we do know Jason Perez has a good leg as he puts it up, and that's perfect. That was good from way further than 46. Look at the team getting hyped for this true sophomore kicker who has been an absolute stud for us, and we've now got a 24-0 lead. Golden Hurricane coming out again, hoping to find anything to get some points on the board. Quarterback takes off and runs. For some reason against us, it seems to be a good strategy. Generally, if the quarterback starts running, we start having problems. Braxton wants to take off again. Can Ostrander get him? He can't. Amari Morrison does get over there and bring him down, but he gets 6 and a first down. Braxton, was that supposed to be to number 86? So that might be one of the worst passes I've ever seen in this game. It wasn't even remotely close. And it's going to be 3rd and 7. That was closer to our safety than to the receiver. 3rd and 7. Can the defense get another stop here? Over the middle, he throws it to Malachi Jones, who's not even close to the line of game. It'll be 4th and 3. And they are going to punt it. All right. David Monroe, finally Tulsa finds an answer with their run defense, bringing him down for a loss of 4. Jordan Bly, quick little out route, he's got it. Tried to put a move, but took a big hit from the defender. It's going to be 3rd and 1. They look ready for an inside run here, but we're going to do it anyway. David Monroe gets it, cuts back to the right, and gets the first down. Out route, Ollie Jennings has it. A 15-yard gain on absolute rope from Hayden Wolf. Oh, Ollie Jennings had a touchdown, and I just was a little late seeing it. Gosh dang it. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Oh, gosh. The blitzer got in there free and clear. Oh, Livingston, what are you doing, dude? You didn't need to slip down and fall. What happened there? I'm so confused. Oh, 4th and 5. Where are we? I already don't remember where we are. We're just past midfield. Well, I've always said on this channel, if we're in the opponent's territory, we're not punting. And I can only assume this is not... I can only assume this is not field goal range. Yeah, definitely not. So we're going to be going for this. Monroe over the middle. He's got it. 8 yards and a first down. Nice catch by the freshman running back who, if he can be defendable in the pass game, look out. We'll find all kinds of ways to get him the ball. Jory Blythe, a little out route. He's got it. 13 yards and a first down. Gonna be tight window throw. It's intercepted. Hayden Wolf tried to force something over to Jennings on the right side of the field. It was just too long of a throw. Safety came down and made a nice play on the ball. And Tulsa will take over. Screen pass. Intercepted! John Stewart has it, and I know what the flag is. I tried to guess the snap count, and I jumped offside, so that is going to come back. That is just heartbreaking. I tried to be too aggressive on the blitz with the linebacker, and the worst part is it ended up being a pick six for the defense, a turnover and a touchdown, and that just completely went to waste because of my idiocy. Very disappointing, even though it didn't really have like the biggest impact on what the score of this game is. We're still up 24-0, but still. And there's a sack. I believe that's Chaz Wallace breaking through the line, the defensive tackle, and bringing him down for a sack. And he had the guy on the out route, but just way overthrew it. More so threw it away, and it's going to be 3rd and 12. To the right, and it's knocked down. Damian Charity coming over, making a great play. The cornerback, who we transitioned into a strong safety, out here making plays, and they are going to punt it away. We're going to have Rob Jones, the true freshman quarterback, take us out the rest of the way here. Kind of give us a little more of a rushing threat. David Monroe getting us started there with a 7-yard carry, and that'll help us just run the clock out, having a running quarterback out there. They're ready for the quarterback run there. We give it back to Monroe. Oh, I wish I saw that block coming across the field, and we could have had a much bigger game than what we got. Jones with the keeper here, getting to the outside. He's got the wheels, and he's got what I believe is a first down. Took a bit of a big hit there, but a nice run from the athletic quarterback. Already you can see the speed. Livingston in the game now, but Rob pulls it and keeps it. Getting a block from Livingston, cuts it to the left, breaks a tackle! Rob Jones! An amazing run for his first touchdown as a Monarch. Can you believe it? Look at the athlete that this man is. Unbelievable. The Flying Hawaiian, or whatever nickname we're going to give him, because remember, he is from Hawaii. I know there are several athletes who already have that nickname, but still, it would be fun. But Rob Jones, what a run. Holy crap, that was awesome. Counter run. Got in the hole and missed him. Damian Charity did. Anthony Watkins getting 14 yards on that carry. Braxton looking. Josh Cruz nearly intercepted it twice. He should have had it one of those 2 times, but he made a great play on the ball there to knock it down. Braxton looking. Can't find anyone. Just chucks it deep. Lamarian James made a terrible play there and just gave up the catch. Chase Jack, I do not know what Lamarian James was doing. I mean, that had no business being completed. He was right there, and he just, like, wouldn't turn and face the ball. Does trip up the receiver, but Tulsa looks like they're about to get their first points of the game. Hand off, and Alex Solano's there to meet him. Watkins getting nowhere. coming out in a very strong formation. I can only imagine it's going to be a handoff. Yes, it is. To someone named Olsen. Quinton Olsen gets 0 yards. I was so busy trying to figure out who that was. It was Josh Cruz that got the tackle, and it's 3rd and goal. Crowd's getting into it for a game that is a blowout. And Darity cannot wrap up. Quinton Olsen gets it and scores a 3-yard touchdown. Very disappointed we couldn't end up pitching a shutout. It wasn't really the defense's fault down on the goal line. It was more Lamari and James for whatever the crap that was in coverage on that previous play. But Tulsa's finally on the board with less than 2 minutes to go. I didn't think they were actually going to do an onside kick, so I do not have the actual hands team out there. But Antonio O'Brien, the middle linebacker, is out there and does scoop it up. Let's run one play and see if they're going to call their timeouts. If not, we'll just start taking knees. As Rob Jones gets free again. Oh my gosh, throws a stiff arm. Can you believe it? How about this freshman? Rob Jones all the way to the house. I was just trying to run the clock out, but what an insane run for the quarterback. I mean, we're going to have to get this guy more playing time if he's going to be making plays like this. Unbelievable. I am at a loss for words with what I'm seeing right now with Rob Jones. This is unbelievable. I am so glad we made him such a priority in the offseason. Holy crap. I didn't think the defense would end up back out on the field in this game, but here they are, as there's a triple option call by Tulsa. And a big gain for Braylon Braxton on the ground for 17 yards. I can only assume now they're going to try and get even more points. And it's a handoff. Maybe they're not going to try real aggressive here as Josh Cruz is there to bring him down. Clock's running. They're not using timeouts. Maybe they're just trying to run the clock out. Another handoff. Watkins bounces it to the outside. Solano and Charity combine to wrap them up, and now Tulsa has called a timeout, so maybe they are thinking about trying to score now that they've gotten across midfield. Now they run it again, so I'm really confused what they're exactly attempting. As they call another timeout, if you want to score points, start throwing the ball. You're not going to get there running. Oh, Solano was right there, and he just got blocked at the last possible second, and Watkins bounces around and gets 8 yards. Braxton over the middle. Anton Stewart in coverage. Does not let Benjamin get anywhere after making the catch. I really don't know what they're doing at this point. They're not calling timeouts. They're not running hurry up, really. They're just out there. And he throws an interception. Anton Stewart, the 2nd week in a row, he has got an interception. And this time at a much less, significant point in the game. But still awesome to see for the true sophomore corner. Getting a turnover, and that is going to do it. We're just going to have to kneel it out from here. The best formation is victory formation. Rob Jones takes the knee, and just got to wait for the time to run off the clock here. And that is going to do it. Old Dominion, truly a great performance today, showing Tulsa what we were made of. This is the kind of game I was hoping for out of this game. Out of this matchup, I should say. We're a much better team than Tulsa is, and we really played like it pretty much the whole game, aside from the one interception by Wolf and Lamari and James giving up that one big play that led to their only points of the game. It was an incredible performance today, really all across the board. There's not a whole lot of guys that struggled. It was definitely just a really, really, really good game all around. Hayden Wolf, strong game through the air. 14 for 21, 66% completion, 225 yards, 1 touchdown. The 1 interception is kind of the lone blemish here, and did take a sack as well. A big sack, if I remember correctly, for 16 yards or something. The interception was just kind of trying to force something. It wasn't my best decision I've ever made. We were up pretty big at that point already, but still disappointing to turn it over. David Monroe, once again, a strong showing. I'm loving what I'm seeing from this freshman. 19 carries for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pretty crazy. Just came in and is instantly our best running back and is just playing like it every week. So hopefully he stays healthy, because if he doesn't, it would be very disappointing. Our second leading rusher is none other than Rob Jones, the true freshman quarterback who we jumped Ohio State for at the last possible second. 5 carries for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, as well as a broken tackle, if you see there. Did not attempt to pass. We didn't need him to. insane, absolutely ridiculous. The type of performance we saw from him today. I am amped. He is going to be on the field way more throughout the year. We're gonna give him probably maybe we should even consider giving him like entire series to himself, just like earlier in the game, not just at the end of the game. You know, kind of almost in real life. A 2 QB system very rarely works. It kind of did for Michigan back in 2021. We had Cade McNamara and JJ McCarthy kind of swapping out here and there. So that was one instance where it actually did work. Generally 2 QB systems don't work, but with a performance like this, I mean, how can you just let this guy sit on the bench all game? We have to get the ball in his hands. Just a quarterback out there stiff arming fools and breaking tackles is just insane. I can't wait to see what this kid does the rest of the year. John Livingston, of course, just spelling Monroe a few times, was out there for quite a few plays, actually. He only ended up with 2 carries for 8 yards, but still. And then Hayden Wolf, 1 sack for -16. How about the other freshman, Justin Alexander, out there making plays in the receiving game, 3 for 77. All big catches, if I remember correctly. Had the one brutal drop that would have been, I believe, his first touchdown of his career in college. So disappointing you couldn't reel that in. But undoubtedly, I mean, at 6'4", 216, he's got the makings of the next stud receiver. Jordan Bly, a productive day as well, 3 for 41. John Marshall, 2 for 36. And, of course, the touchdown as time was winding down in the first half. A beautiful, I don't even know if he ran a great route or if the defense just kind of lost track of him or underestimated his speed a bit, perhaps. And Hayden Wolf, of course, dropping it right in the bucket downfield. Zach Kuntz, 2 for 31. Ali Jennings, 2 for 30. David Monroe, 1 for 8. And John Livingston, 1 for 2. Alex Solano, our leading tackler on the day, followed by John Stewart. Nice to see another freshman show. How about the freshmen, eh? The freshmen had a great game today between Rob Jones, David Monroe, Justin Alexander, and John Stewart. What an incredible game for the defense. Or for the freshmen, I should say, but also for the defense. Josh Cruz coming in at third with tackles. Alex Solano had 4 TFLs. Just unbelievable. I mean, this guy played second fiddle to Ryan Henry when he was here, and he's already just like, I mean, these stat lines are ridiculous that he's putting out. Damian Charity also had a TFL. John Stewart, Alonzo Ford Jr., and Chaz Wallace each had 1. And I believe those were all sacks. Yeah, Chaz Wallace's, John Stewart's, and Alonzo Ford Jr.'s TFLs were all sacks, and Alex Solano, of course, had a sack as well. Had 1 interception by Anton Stewart right at the end of the game. We should have had a couple, I thought. Josh Cruz had, I think, 2 go off his hands. One on that 4th down when they were about to score, and the other where he kind of almost caught it twice. And, of course, we should have had the pick 6 by John Stewart, the freshman linebacker, if it didn't get called off for me. Called back, I should say, because I was offsides being an idiot. But other than that, you know, great game from him. Josh Cruz had 3 pass deflections on the game, and Damian Charity had 2. He has adjusted well to his strong safety position. I'm very happy about that, too, because our options outside of him are not great. It was either someone with a rating in the 60s or putting David Monroe back there as a 2-way player permanently, which would undoubtedly gas him out because he's he's getting a lot of carries on offense. Jason Paris drilled his 1 field goal attempt on the game, a 46-yarder. He's just a stud. He's got to be one of the best kickers in the country. And 7 Ropey is now level 16. Awesome. We'll have to do that real quick here. I would like to consider putting points in the kitchen sink at some point, but right now I don't really have a lot of I don't have a lot of points available to put into guys like that, so I think I'm gonna hold off on that. And what I will do instead is I'm gonna start prepping us already for the second half of the year, because we have a huge point drop off once we hit week 8 right now. And last year it worked out okay, where we had a bunch of commitments right before week 8 or something, so I didn't have to worry about it. But getting this up to match our first 7 weeks in points will be easy, because right now we only have 5,500 I think here, whereas we have 6,500 right now for the first 7 weeks. So we're gonna bump this up to 6,000, and maybe we'll put our next one into there, maybe we'll put our next one in the kitchen sink, I don't know, but for now we're putting it in closer. Next up, we go on the road to play Iowa at Kinnick Stadium, so that will undoubtedly be our first real test of the year. Although I will still say Toledo is a much better team than I think you would expect them to be, just because they're, they're mid-major from the MAC. But Toledo's a very good team, but this Iowa team is going to be a huge test for us. Holy crap, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys ready to visit, so we're going to have to get them on the schedule. Looks like a lot of these guys are very close races where a lot of teams are involved, so we're going to have to try and schedule them pretty late in the season, which I don't like scheduling a bunch of guys all at once, but I think that's how this is going to have to go. Bill Golden, we definitely want visiting as late as possible, just because it's going to be a huge race for him. But I do want him to be in for a game, so even though we could schedule him one of these 2 weeks, we're going to schedule him for week 13 against Virginia. I think that's a good idea to get him in for a game. It gives us an opportunity to get bonus points and all that, so that's how we're going to handle that. I think a lot of these guys I'm just going to end up scheduling for that same week 13 slot, as long as there's not any like conflicting what's the term they use? Competitive visits. As long as there's not any competitive visits. So like here, if we get a bunch of these guys are on defense as well, so maybe if we get a bunch of them on the same week, we'll be able to like get a huge amount of bonus points for these guys. Because, oh boy, we're getting visits scheduled already by other teams as well. Given that we're behind Louisville, I actually think it might be a benefit to us to get the schedule in before Louisville anyway. So I think I am going to put him in for that Virginia game as well, just because of that fact. Looks like week 13 is occupied by Tennessee for Brandon Robinson, so the next best option is week 11 against North Carolina. Sure, let's do that. Peter Williams, another massive recruiting battle here. A bunch of teams going after him, mostly from the Carolinas, and we're going to be putting him late as well. He'll be coming for that Virginia game. Getting that last visit is a huge advantage because you get more points for it and stuff. So even though it sucks having to wait that long, it ultimately usually ends up being worth it in the long run. Alvin Billings, a tight end. I mean, I guess we just put him on week 13 as well. I really don't want to be just putting them all on the same week, but it makes a lot of sense in a lot of these instances. As he'd get bonus points for week 11 and from week 13. How are we trending with him? It looks like we're trending in a good direction over both Maryland and Pitt. Could I get away with scheduling him earlier just for the sake of getting him in earlier and not just having everyone come in on the 13th week? Maybe. Yeah, we'll schedule him for week 11, just to get these guys on some different weeks. Melvin Cooper, we might be able to get away with something like that too. Although Maryland's going to be closing the gap on us, it looks like, with him, so maybe not. Let's see what his visits look like. I mean, with getting all those complimentary visits, it's almost like, how do you not bring him in for that week? We'll bring him in for that week. So a lot of these guys are going to be coming and visiting the same week 13 against Virginia, but so it'll be a huge week for recruiting, but is what it is. We're in a lot of battles. It's part of it, I guess, when you go after a lot of the higher rated guys. So we're gonna have to deal with it. We're just gonna have a bunch of guys visiting the same week. That's gonna do it for us this week. It looks like Iowa's 0-2 on the year, which is disappointing because I put them on the schedule hoping they'd be a good team, and they're off to a very rough start. But I still expect them to be a very tough matchup. That defense is as good as there is in the country, so we're going to have to come ready to play for sure. But that is for next week. Thank all y'all for joining me. We're off to a great start here in Season 3. Hopefully we'll keep it up in our first real test against Iowa, and we'll see. Should be fun. But that's going to do it for now. Later, y'all.